tensions between William and Charles are now frosty.
Charles's decision to effectively give his blessing to Harry's trip to the UK. Charles essentially betrays him. Charles has spoiled Harry rotten. And here we go again. We're so worried about security. Is this the same Harry that approximately a year ago was photographed on a Ring doorbell camera in a very sketchy part of Fulham? You can't stop them coming to the United Kingdom. You don't have to roll out the red carpet. It is effectively the first step in welcoming them back into the royal fold. And Harry is loving every minute. The reason why William is so angry and why he stormed off after trooping the colour.
Hello and welcome to the Daily Expresso. I'm JJ Anisiobi, and today I'm joined by the star of the Dolan show. It's Marky Mark.
So good to see you, JJ.
Hey up, how are you?
I'm very, very well, although I've been online basically since I last saw you, trying to get a flight out of the United Kingdom. Because like a tsunami, Meghan's on her way. Like a twister. And I want out.
Well,
but what they've done, they've closed the border. There's no escape.
No one's closing our borders, mate. That's
I'm coming, Mark Dolan, Meghan Markle.
Well, listen, poor King Charles. This civil war between the Waleses and the Sussexes is rumbling on, and royal insiders are saying, because King Charles is showing a willingness, just a willingness to see his son, which I don't think is that crazy, although a lot of the viewers disagree with me. Last week's video, all the comments, wake up, JJ. Prince Harry, he's a traitor. We don't want our king. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, whatever. It's his son. I think showing a willingness to see your son should be a thing, even if you don't really trust him. However, that willingness apparently has really irked William. And so much to the fact that tensions between William and Charles are now frosty.
Charles's decision to effectively give his blessing to Harry's trip to the UK with Lily, Archie and Meghan is a wild betrayal of his eldest son, William.
Oh.
It's a slap in the face. It's an insult. And this is an eldest son that has never put a foot wrong. From the moment he was born, he's had the burden of knowing he will be king of the United Kingdom eventually. I don't remember drunken antics. I don't remember frozen testicles. I don't remember dressing up as figures from the Second World War, which is deeply offensive to almost everybody. This is a guy that's just been a figure of solemn duty, of patriotism, of commitment, of hard work, an amazing son, an amazing dad, an amazing father. And what does he get in return? Charles essentially betrays him. Yeah, I think that because the bottom line is that we know that William and Harry have no relationship now. And for Charles to effectively side with Harry, after everything Harry's done, because Harry's the mirror image, the opposite of William. Disloyal, cruel about the family, a hypocrite, double standards. So I can understand why William is not happy. I will say, JJ, that William and Charles haven't had the best relationship over the years. It's been a bumpy ride. Now, of course, you always love your father, and the father always loves the son.
Not in your case.
Well,
your kids hate you, but that's another topic.
It's
as you were.
I'm very. It's all about me, really, because I forget their names. So the little one's George, and then the other one. But no, the bottom line is that if of course, there's a bond, but and I was talking to Tom Sykes about it. Who's a fantastic broadcaster and is very, very well connected royal journalist. And he said that really it's been a strained relationship for many years. One of the reasons why there's a sort of backdrop to Charles and William not having a great relationship is Diana. And Charles's behaviour whilst they were married.
Yeah.
And some of the reported remarks made by William in the past about his father is, Daddy, why do you always make mummy cry?
Oh.
Very protective towards his mother. There was one occasion, according to Tom Sykes, who knows his onions in royal terms, he said that William, as a boy, Diana was in tears about losing her titles, and he said, don't worry, mummy, I'll get your HRH back.
Oh.
So the bottom line is that there's beef between the two men. Of course, Diana did that famous BBC Panorama interview in which she said there are 3 people in this marriage, myself, Camilla and Charles. And therefore, William was protective of his mother. And why wouldn't you be? But that was a source of tension between the two men. I also think, I don't know if you find this, but in family dynamics, sometimes the father and eldest son, that can be a difficult relationship. Because I think sometimes when a father has a son, you're sort of thinking, well, he's going to be a mini-me. And perhaps you sort of superimpose your ideas and your values, and it's got to be just a carbon copy. And William has always been quite a strong personality, always gone his own way. And I think maybe hasn't fitted the mould that Charles had in his head. And the issue you've also got is Charles has spoiled Harry rotten from day one. So Charles's treatment of Harry, there's a pattern of behaviour here, always being nice to Harry, always spoiling Harry, always indulging Harry. And here we go again. I mean, what more has Harry got to do to not make Charles think this guy is not a positive force? The book Spare, the Netflix documentary in which the Queen was mocked, the traitorous Oprah interview, the podcast, the trip to Australia in which Harry said, my father wasn't that good at being a father, and I hope that what I do with my kids is an upgrade.
You're paraphrasing there. He didn't exactly say my father wasn't very good at being a father.
He said, I hope that as a father to my kids, it will be an upgrade. And I mean, it's not exactly lavishing your father with praise, is it?
No.
I mean, it's not a remark I would make about my father. Is it a remark you would make about your father?
Well, yes and no. Surely, as fathers, we want to be better than our predecessors. And I would hope that my son is a better father than I am.
Because I've watched your parenting. You keep forgetting your son outside of the supermarket.
Happened once, and I was drunk, and the police found him. It was in the end, it was fine. It was fine in the end.
He was actually gathered by some vagrants, co-opted your child for a few hours, and he said, you guys are doing a better job.
Here's what a source told the Mail on Sunday. Queen Camilla, King Charles, and the Princess of Wales were not outwardly warm together at the Trooping of the Colour. The reason was not just the protesters. Relations were decidedly frosty backstage. So much of what they do is performative, but there was little performance on display that day. Trooping of the Colour, it's Dad's birthday, and it's now been ruined.
Well, I've got another great royal contact, and that's Bronte Coy, who's another total rock star of a journalist, who broke the story, broke the news that Meghan and the kids are coming to the United Kingdom. And she was saying that it was very noticeable that William and Catherine got the heck out after the Trooping the Colour. They didn't stick around for crudités and a couple of refreshments. They did what they had to do, and then they were off ski. And actions speak louder than words, and good enough for Charles, because if he's going to betray his son in that way. Now, of course, I don't expect Charles to completely blank Harry. It is father and son. This is a man in his 70s. He's battling cancer, all the rest of it. But there's a way to engage with Harry. And the way you don't engage with Harry is to give your effective blessing to this entire grifter family returning to the UK on, by the way, the pretext of nothing.
Are you looking for ways to protect your wealth in these uncertain times? Well, might I suggest you check out the Pure Gold Company. The Pure Gold Company was voted the UK's best gold broker. They are leading specialists in physical gold and silver. So whether you're planning for the future, diversifying your portfolio, or simply want the security of owning real precious metals, their expert team can help guide you every step of the way. Gold coins minted by the Royal Mint are free of VAT and capital gains tax in the UK, and you can see it, touch it, hold it, store it under your bed if you want to. Visit the Pure Gold Company today and tell them JJ sent you.
Because don't talk to me about this countdown to Invictus. Is that event? I mean, Invictus is barely an event these days.
Yeah.
But the 1 year countdown, I mean, where are we going to go with this? Are you going to have a 24-hour countdown till the next time you floss your teeth? Harry could have easily gone online and said, oh, hang on, it's a year till Invictus, good luck. See you there. See you there with no sponsors, yeah. Why are they coming to the UK? It's got nothing to do with Invictus. It's a photo op. And William knows that. And then William knows that his father, either through being just irredeemably weak and soft in the head, or, in a weird way, trolling and punishing William. I mean, is this a form of abuse or torture to his eldest son? It gives his blessing to this grifter tour, and to make matters worse, to accommodate Harry, Meghan and Archie and Lily on royal property.
What would you have him do?
Yikes.
What would you have him do instead? Would you rather Charles turns around and says publicly, Harry, do not come back to this country. And if you do come to this country, stay at the Hilton. You're not staying with me. Is that what he's not going to do that?
Let me tell you, in the United Kingdom and in London, we have some of the finest hotels in the world. And I would also say, by the way, with Harry and Meghan, they're on a budget these days because we know the cash flow has all but disappeared.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with a Holiday Inn Express.
It's funny you say that because me and James Walker, the Straight Talker, were just at a Holiday Inn last week.
Do you mean the executive producer that takes all the money from this podcast?
That's the guy. That's the one. That grifter. We were at
You and I will be working. We'll have long grey beards. This guy is on a beach in Miami.
in our condo.
Correct.
Holiday Inns are actually very nice hotels.
Well, yeah, and you get a minibar, which Harry will enjoy.
Yes.
And squeeze a few flower sprinkles into that fridge. But no, I mean, the bottom line is that, on royal property, that is a validation for the Sussexes. That is acknowledgement. It's recognition. And you don't do that. In a war, let's say you're at war with some territory, you don't recognize that territory.
Yeah.
And so they've got such a lift to their brand. This is such a coup for them. Now, if they'd come to the UK and they'd had to take, let's say, a Days Inn, you familiar with that? It's another great brand.
Yeah.
In America, my favorite is the Motel 6. Are you familiar with the Motel 6?
I am familiar with the Motel 6.
Absolutely.
I've never stayed in one, though.
We like to call it the Motel 666. It's an almost supernaturally terrifying experience. You see, you will get laid in a Motel 6 and it will be a cockroach.
They're the ones where they've got the beds where you can put a quarter in and it starts shaking violently like this. It's supposed to be like massaging for you. It's horrible.
Don't knock it till you've tried it. I'm a man of a certain age. I'm trapped in a loveless marriage. I'll take what I can get. But the bottom line is... if they stayed, if they had, they got friends, there's places they can go, of course, right? And by the way, we're so worried about security. Is this the same Harry that approximately a year ago was photographed on a Ring doorbell camera in a very sketchy part of Fulham?
Yeah.
He's wandering around looking for his mate somewhere.
Yeah.
But now apparently he needs the complete SWAT team. So they would, but so what it means, JJ, not to labour the point, but I do think it's significant. You can't stop them coming to the United Kingdom. I get it. But you don't have to roll out the red carpet. And that is what being on hallowed royal turf is. It is effectively the first step in welcoming them back into the royal fold. It's the first step in tearing up that deal with the Queen, where she said back in the day, you can't be half in, half out. And that's exactly what they're going to get.
Yeah.
And Charles has done this. And William knows that. And he's so angry. One of the reasons why, William's not a vengeful person. William couldn't care less, really. He's like, get on with your life. It's a bit like a divorce, right? It's like, fine, it didn't work out. Off you go on your merry way. And I think that's where, it's my understanding, that's where William's at. He's like, he's got bigger fish to fry than Harry. Harry doesn't live rent-free in his head. He's going to be the king of the United Kingdom. I hate to say it, but, within a decade. Right? Statistically likely. I hope not.
Hopefully not.
But that, may happen. He's a father. He's so busy with his, homelessness project, the Earthshot, being a father. So the bottom line is that it doesn't have to be this way. The reason why William is so angry and why he stormed off after trooping the colour, having done the bare minimum as a clear message to his father, is that it's going to be his problem when he's king.
Yeah.
So this is why it's a betrayal, because Charles is making problems for William, sowing the seeds of division, unwittingly or wittingly, who knows. And Harry is loving every minute of it. I mean, just think of Harry on the Windsor estate coming back. He's like, oh, totally back, man. Pop into Windsor Castle, yeah. Because I've been looking at where they're going to stay. Kensington Palace, St. James's Palace, Windsor Estate. Windsor Estate would be the most secure.
Yeah.
They were looking at Buckingham Palace, but they've got work going on at the moment at Buckingham Palace, and then apparently he thinks it's a bit exposed. I mean, do you buy this security thing, given how much time Harry spends in places like Ukraine?
Yeah, but I do buy it because there's no credible threats to him in the Ukraine or to Meghan, and I believe this for Harry is more about Meghan.
Wait a minute, have you never heard of a guy called Vladimir Putin?
Mad Vlad,
yeah.
Big fan.
I mean, is Harry not looking over his shoulder when he's in the Ukraine, especially ex-military?
No, because he's just stood somewhere nice and safe, making it look like he's in danger when he's not in any danger at all. But the police themselves said that there were credible threats to Meghan Markle's life. So I can understand he wants to have extra protection for her. But I don't think it should be on the public's dime.
Well, I think that's a fair point. I mean, the money is one thing, but wouldn't you agree the symbolism is huge?
Yes.
The idea of Meghan being within a royal compound after everything that's happened.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, they're allowed to stay somewhere. They're allowed to come to the country. Harry remains his father's son. But beyond that, I think there's a way. I think that Charles has crossed the diplomatic line. And, I don't know, what do you think? Is Charles punishing William? Is this some sort of strange, cruel act?
I don't think it's that deep. I think Charles just wants to try and be a good father. As you say, he's in the late stages of his life. I think he just wants his boys to be happy.
There is a solution. There's a third way, which is that the Markles of Montecito could stay with the Anisiobi's of Dalston. Because you got a big place.
You could swing a cat in my little shed.
But I think that Harry would enjoy being accommodated by your good self. Fridge full of beers?
Beers, vodka. My wife's an alcoholic, as you know, so there's lots of vodka around.
Do you mean a very social woman?
Oh, and she's American
with
as well.
A vibrant personality.
So Meghan would love that.
Well, they would hit it off.
Yeah.
And Harry would love Dalston because there are lots of shady characters on street corners from whom he could purchase things like flower sprinkles.
Right, a quick pause in the podcast to tell you about our sponsor, Incogni. You had those phone calls from numbers you don't recognise, or you go in your inbox and there's emails for stuff you did not sign up for. Well, that's because someone somewhere is selling your private information. That's where today's sponsor comes in, Incogni. They will contact these people who have been taking your information and they'll say, oi, stop, delete it. Go to the website, incogni.com, you type in the details, 2 minutes later, Incogni are sorting it out for you automatically. And because I love you, I've got you a discount. It ain't 10%, it ain't 20, 60% off. 60% off an annual Incogni plan. Just go to incogni.com/Daily Expresso or click the link in the episode description box below.
And gooseberry jam.
You got any raspberry at the moment? Any for flower sprinkles?
If you're enjoying this episode so far, by the way, subscribe, share, like, comment, and also hit the hype button. It's very important you do that. It helps spread the message about how great we are. Hit the hype button right now. Now, Mark, and it's not just King Charles who has been caught in the crossfires as William and Harry continue to go to war with each other. It's now the turn of Beatrice and Eugenie, their cousins. So this is the backstory with Beatrice and Eugenie's embarrassing parents and all of the commotion, all of the issues around her dad. Her dad being friends with a paedophile. That small thing.
It's not great, is it?
No, it doesn't look great. Apparently, Harry and Meghan have spent hours upon hours on the phone to them, consoling them, giving them advice, offering them a place to stay in the US if they want to get away from it all. And now Harry and Meghan are peed off. Can I say peed off?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. They're peed off because they see Beatrice and Eugenie essentially sucking up to William. I can't blame the cousins. They're trying to secure their future. They're trying to stay close to the future king. But Harry and Meghan are very annoyed that they are sucking up to William now after everything they've done for them.
Even when they do something nice, such as embrace and welcome Beatrice and Eugenie and support them, I'm thinking, what's the ulterior motive? Now, it could be that they are just being really nice, but because of their past history, you have to question everything they do. And were they being troublemakers by sort of, consoling Beatrice and Eugenie? Did Meghan enjoy all of the scandal around Andrew? Because I'm going to speculate, and it's purely my personal opinion, that Meghan has loved every minute of the Andrew scandal. Not that she's loved those alleged crimes, which of course Andrew strongly denies. No. Meghan's not loving those allegations, of course not. But she's loving the bad headlines for the royal family and for the monarchy. And so I don't know whether it's kind of part of that scorched earth policy to essentially love bomb anyone that's bad for the royal family, that brings bad headlines. You know that idea of my enemy's enemy is my friend?
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? It's like, what is Meghan playing at by love bombing Beatrice and Eugenie. You know,
They're family, man. They're family.
Well, Thomas Markle Sr. is family.
Hey.
Right? And this is Meghan's father, who spent $750,000 on her education, including dance classes, private school, and acting lessons. By the way, where's the refund? And I think in that context, she's up to something. I don't trust Meghan as far as I could throw her. And now we've got this, you know, scenario, this outrage of the Sussexes because they're in the royal fold that William's been nice to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be a bit of a turf war. I think the reason why William's been nice to them is because he's thinking, well, no one is responsible for who their parents are. And I think he's a very empathetic guy. And William knows not everyone's perfect. And yeah, so I mean, it's an interesting one. Where do you stand on Beatrice and Eugenie?
Well, our good friend, Andrew Loney, royal biographer, he tells me that Beatrice and Eugenie, the apple has not fallen far from the tree. They are grifters. They are greedy.
Crumbs.
They were going after everything they can get for free, just like their parents did. That's what Andrew Loney says. I came across them. Who's the older one? Beatrice is the older one?
You've got Beatrice and then the baby Eugenie. Yeah. Not a baby anymore.
So,
but, yeah. That's how old I am.
Yeah. I came across Beatrice a few times, maybe 20-ish years ago, when I used to have to follow Prince Harry around nightclubs around Chelsea.
Was there a flirtation?
There was never a flirtation. She was just a groupie to Harry. They were all groupies to Harry. Harry was the cool one. He's the one everyone wanted to be around. So I never had any issues with her. But yeah, she was always there for a free drink. Always there on the table, never there when the bill came.
No, that's right. And they're still HRH, which they're very fond of. And it's interesting because Andrew is so full of himself. He's got such a massive ego that it's my understanding he's still very keen that they remain HRH. And I suppose, you know how you get it with the personalities who have narcissistic tendencies. There's I'm a genius, but also all my friends are geniuses, and my kids are geniuses too.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a manifestation of that. I mean, it's in this tug of love over Beatrice and Eugenie. It is quite interesting, yeah.
Well,
you know,
I think if I was Beatrice and Eugenie, I think they are putting their eggs in the right basket. You got to stick with Wills. You've got to.
William and Catherine are the only show in town. You know, they're going to be king and queen. They are brilliant public figures. They're nice people.
You know what? We saw the same thing happened with the Beckhams. The Beckhams had to pick between Harry and Meghan. David Beckham
You're so right.
is friends with Harry, good friends with
Did
him.
a lot for Harry with Invictus back in the day.
Absolutely. But when push came to shove, he chose William and Catherine.
Well, I mean,
and
let me
made the
give
right
you
choice. Arise, Sir Beckham.
Well, that was so true. And the wildest allegation from the Sussex camp about Victoria Beckham is that she was leaking stories about the Sussexes to the press. Do you think Victoria Beckham, who is one of the Spice Girls, so she's sold probably as part of the group 50, 60 million records in her life. She then reinvents herself as a globally renowned fashion designer, with that Victoria Beckham label being highly respected. She's at the catwalk next to what's her face from
Anna Wintour
from Vogue, right? So she smashes music. She marries David Beckham. They become this extraordinary brand. And she wants to call like the editor of the Daily Express with some tidbit about Meghan Markle. Going, I'm sorry, no, I'm just was going to collect the royalties from Do You Want to Be My Lover? But I decided instead...
If you want to be my lover. Good Lord, Mark.
To become one, which I believe is about making love, but I don't know. That's what I think. Victoria Beckham is a global figure. She's a total, in more than one sense, literally and metaphorically, a rock star. And she's calling, blinking... so-and-so at the Sun with a story.
And was it Harry?
Do me a favour.
Meghan told Harry to ask David, right? Harry had to ask David. How embarrassing. Harry calling up David and saying, mate, has your missus been selling stories about my missus? Like, that sounds wild.
Meghan puts Harry up to so much that we have documentary footage of it, which was a few years ago at a Disney premiere. And she's got Harry begging the CEO of Disney for work for his wife.
Yeah.
Now, at that time, they were still frontline serving royals. It was before Megxit. And Harry goes up to, I think it was Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, my wife's really good at voiceovers.
Yeah.
Now, Harry, as a discreet royal, that hasn't come from him. That is not the royal way, is it?
No.
No. The royals don't, hustle for work.
Marky Mark, I'm going to stop you there, but I'll tell you for why.
Because you've had enough.
I've had enough.
That's one hell of
Very,
a way.
very enough.
It's a very blunt way of firing someone. But I like your honesty. I knew it was coming to an end.
Well, we are going to move across to our exclusive space, Club Expresso.
That's wonderful.
We're going to go there. We're going to talk about Princess Eugenie snubbing her dad. And we're going to talk about Meghan Markle and Harry and their latest ploy with their kids. It's always something with those two. If you've enjoyed the episode, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit the hype button. And why not come across with us to join the club? Just below there, just press join. You can come to Club Expresso, and there'll be much more of Mark Dolan. See you soon. Bye-bye.